Remember when I said yesterday that Trudeau signaling his resignation incumbent upon Liberals coming up with another new leader was only one step in a very long road this year? Well, I wasn't kidding. It was one day only. And the revisionist historians came out of the woodwork, out of all kinds of cracks of the Liberal Party. Everyone was so happy to see Trudeau go. They all seemed to really buy into this idea that Canadians are going to believe that the Liberals are reformed. They're a new party. Trudeau did so many great things. He was a good leader. And they're going to expect you to believe it all. We talked yesterday. Reg declared to keep an eye out for the misinformation that's going to come from this government over the next 3 months. It's going to be incessant, disgusting, and oh baby, right in your face. It'll get you upset. It'll get you frustrated. It'll get you mad. The key is do not be emotional about it. You need to be prepared for it. And today I'm going to show you examples of how egregious this messaging is going to be and how much crazier it's only going to get. First off, let's start with the man himself, Justin Trudeau. The first 30 seconds of his speech yesterday. Let's name off all the lies in that, shall we?
I've fought for this country.
Lie one.
For you. To strengthen and grow the middle class.
Lie two.
Why we rallied to support each other through the pandemic. To advance reconciliation.
Advance reconciliation.
To defend free trade on this continent.
Lie three, lie four.
To stand strong with Ukraine and our democracy.
He did that.
And to fight
he stood with Ukraine all right.
Climate change and get our economy ready for the future.
He fought climate change, quote unquote, but he definitely murdered our economy in the process. That was just the first 30 seconds of him getting into his speech. Advanced reconciliation. His government took Indigenous people to court more times than any other government in history. Advanced reconciliation. Yeah, the only thing, he was advancing his butt on the beach. But then also later on, in that same speech, he claimed to have cut taxes for the middle class. Lowered taxes for the people. And that is true for probably the first 6 months that he was prime minister. And then taxes rose. New taxes were introduced, making life much more unaffordable for the regular Canadian. But hey, let's not stop there. Let's not get caught up in what we already know. You know, we've heard this speech already. We know what he went on about. We know what was a lie. What we really want to get into is the fallout and the post-mortem of people in his party, those in the media, all day yesterday. Wild. Let's start with this. This is just another jabroni on the internet, but it just kind of kicks things off here for us. He says, I swear people don't know what leftist actually means. The Liberals and JT are firmly right of center in policies and platform. On what earth do you gather that, sir? What earth? Was it the incessant money printing that was right of center? Was it the added new taxes that was right of center? Was it the overspending and going over budget year over year over year after only promising a slight moderate $10 billion deficit each year for his first 3 years? Or maybe was his adoration for communist governments, was that right of center? Was the $10 a day childcare right of center, the program that doesn't really exist? Only in small pockets of neighborhoods are people talking about it, but we haven't seen any work really across the country in any serious form. And we could go on and on and on. The reality is there is nothing right-wing about this party. Next, this was a good one. Toronto Star opinion piece. Say what you want about Justin Trudeau, there's still no arguing Canadians became wealthier when he was in power. Canadians became wealthier. Well, that's a catch-all statement, is it? Maybe? Maybe not. I know the majority of Canadians didn't get wealthier, but I know a handful of Trudeau's buddies did. Are those the Canadians you're talking about? Well, let's take a look. In the Trudeau years, the Canadian economy grew by 41% to $3.2 trillion. It grew by just 18% under Trudeau's predecessor, Stephen Harper, who governed for roughly the same amount of time. Per capita income grew by more than 23% on Trudeau's watch to $77,700, according to an International Monetary Fund, IMF. Trudeau's predecessor managed only a 7.6% increase. In the main, Canadians became wealthier in the Trudeau years. The median net worth of Canadians soared by about 66% between 2016 and 2023 to $519,000, according to Stats Canada. Trudeau came to office with a mandate to engage in deficit spending. And spend he did on both physical and social infrastructure. Yeah, he did. Here's the thing. When you look at these types of data points, you're right. If you're just looking at the income that's increased based on the data you're looking at, he improved over Stephen Harper. But also, Trudeau printed more money and put us in more of a deficit and had more inflationary spending than any other government in history. So when you inject the system with a bunch of money, naturally, everyone's money's going to go up. Some more than others. And we've learned that we siphon money out of the middle class to go to the upper. So you're right. I'll be honest. I am making the most amount of money I've ever made in my life. I'll be quite frank with you on that. Yet the amount of money I save month over month is about the same or smaller than it was 8 years ago for me. I'm making the most amount I've ever done, but I'm saving less than I was saving 8 years ago. And it's not because I've taken on any more debt. It's not because I've taken any more risk. I've actually de-risked quite a lot. But the reality is everything else has cost way more. And quite frankly, because of how much inflation has gone up, the salaries haven't gone up with it as fast. Yes, some people's money has gone up, but inflation's went through the roof. So, yep, you can gaslight people all you want saying, wow, that's the most amount of money anyone's made. Because then on paper, you're correct. But it's only because of the inflationary spending, and it's only a result and symptom of poor economic policy. So say what you want about Justin Trudeau. They're still not arguing Canadians became wealthier while he was in power. Wealthier, definitely not. Did they get more money? Yes, but they definitely got poorer. Wealth was not a part of the equation for the majority of Canadians. Next, Seamus O'Regan putting out his post, loving up on Trudeau. You believed in us from the start to the finish, to your core, walking off down the street with Trudeau. Seamus, you were the most vocal people that said Trudeau needed to step down. Was it because he really did a great job? Was he that good, awesome? Or are you just trying to save your job? Let me know. This type of BS is frustrating. Trudeau did such a great job for us. You just forced him out of your party, forced him to step down. Why? Wasn't because he's the best leader ever. If you were going to win the next election, none of this would have happened. But now everyone's acting like he was the best leader ever after you forced him to step down because he sucked and no one liked him. But hey, yeah, Seamus, try to get us all forget how much you're tearing up Trudeau in the press. This was a good one too. Former director of communications to the NDP party. She had this to say about Justin Trudeau.
He's done some really good things for this country. He's done some really good things for people. I will forever love dental care, and I know, I'll say the NDP pushed that, but he delivered on it, right? That is a reality. People that I love are getting dental care because, something that the Prime Minister did. So regardless of all of this thing that's happened lately and where we are at with caucus, I think people will remember him kindly. He wasn't mean-spirited. He wasn't, punching to punch. And I think that's really important in our leaders, and it's not always the case. So maybe that's what I'll say about the Prime Minister. I think folks will remember him for the kind things that he did, and he did have an impact, a positive impact on.
Okay, whatever you say. He didn't punch it to punch. He was a very nice person. He didn't attack anybody. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people who've left the party who would say otherwise, and he delivered on on pharmacare and dental care. You mean the disastrous program that no one's implementing right now because it was so poorly thought out? Oh, and also the programs that, I don't know, are already being delivered by the provinces and didn't need to be delivered by the feds. Those programs continue to waste our money and trying to cut ribbons on things that he had no business even dealing with. Help your boy, Jagmeet Singh. Help your boy. Disastrous. Yeah, we're going to keep remembering all the great things he did, right? Oh, he was awesome. Oh, listen to Liberal MP Samir Zuberi here.
What do you think needs to happen next as far as the form the leadership race takes?
Well, first off, today was a very challenging day for the country.
Sure it was.
We have a new direction that we will be taking, though, into the future. And the important thing is that the Liberal Party is strong. We have a lot of very strong contenders to lead our party and the country into the future.
Not according to Nanos.
The Conservative Party has nothing but slogans and schoolyard bully tactics. We, on the other hand, offer a real program. We've navigated this country through COVID. We have supported the middle class, supported the economy, worked on Indigenous reconciliation in a real and meaningful way. There's still more to do, but we have done that concretely. We've promoted, we are the party that is there for all Canadians. We are the party of the Charter. We're the party that protects the Federation. We're the party of official bilingualism. This is what we are as a party. And there are, thankfully, very good contenders to lead us into the future and lead this country.
Yeah, okay, but obviously the messaging hasn't changed. And you can expect to hear that more and more from any of the leaders or anyone who comes forward to try and lead this party. They're going to say the same things. We moved forward on reconciliation. We made life more affordable. That was a new one. We're the party of the Charter. Yeah, the same Charter that you just trampled all over 2 years ago and froze people's bank accounts. The Charter you just trampled all over to make sure people took an unproven medical procedure. Yep, that's all your party did. You can expect more and more of this. They're going to be trying to push this stuff hard to get people to forget what Trudeau's done, what their party has done, and try to continue on forward with their disastrous policies that have put us here in the first place. Next, Anthony Housefather. Ripped on Trudeau, ripped on the Liberal Party for the better part of the past year. Even he's singing a different tune?
Well, the first thing that I'm thinking is gratitude toward Justin Trudeau, who did a pretty difficult job for a long period of time and has done a lot of good things for the country. And I think he did the right thing today as well by stepping aside. And I thank him for that also. I agree with the way that Scott Reid ended that last segment. I think this is a very positive step for the Liberal Party. It's a chance for us to renew ourselves. It's a chance for us to offer a change in the next election under a new leader and a different vision. We haven't had the chance to have that robust debate of ideas for more than a decade. And definitely now Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives are not getting the election that they wanted.
No. I'll rephrase that for you. The Canadians aren't getting the election they wanted. Screw Poilievre and screw the Conservatives. Canadians are not getting the election they wanted. And you made sure that happened. And Trudeau did so many great things for our country. What good things has he actually done? Legalize the weed. I'm waiting. I would love to hear all the great things he's done. But again, they want to keep incessant on this messaging that they're so awesome. Trudeau was great, but we're going to move forward with some fresh ideas. And they're going to keep pushing the exact same ideas that got us here in the first place. And then let's cap it all off, shall we? Jagmeet Singh, acting like a tough guy, as per usual, doing his little jujitsu, doing his verbal gymnastics, saying all the things we wanted him to say just 4 weeks ago, and then actually putting his words and his vote behind those words. Listen to this.
Will the NDP vote to bring down the government at the throne speech?
Yes. Whatever the vote is, there will be a vote of confidence. New Democrats will be voting against this government for an election where Canadians will have a choice. The Liberals have let you down.
Oh, did they?
They've let you down again and again.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who the leader is. The Liberals have let you down.
You
They
support
do
them.
not deserve another chance.
I don't know.
And the Conservatives under Pierre Poilievre want to cut the things that you need. They want to cut pensions for seniors who are already struggling. They want to cut healthcare at a time when people can't get the care they need. They want to cut dental care for seniors and kids who are just receiving this care. They want to cut that. It's a callous decision. And New Democrats want to fight those greedy CEOs that are ripping you off. We want to lower your grocery bills and make sure you can actually find a home that you can afford. New Democrats are building a movement. If you're worried about those cuts, if you're worried about Pierre Poilievre, you feel let down by the Liberals, stand with us.
Please stand with us. Please, I need you. Our party needs funds. Where was that even just 4 weeks ago? Oh, it was in his back pocket waiting for his pension. That's where it was. This whole CEO BS, we're going to fight CEOs, yada, yada, yada. We're going to fight the symptom of what the actual core issues are here. And that's bad monetary policy, bad economic policy, and bad social policy too. That's what's led us to this point. And you're going to see more and more and more of this. And I just want to take this time to show you all of it because I think it's important for when it gets more incessant and more blatant and more annoying that you continue to remind people of the damage socialist woke policies have done to this country. But hey, we love the gaslighting here on the LA podcast. It's been fantastic. We listened to all these videos and all these interviews, and we said, dang, you guys are right. You guys are the way to the future. The carbon tax is the way to go. I think that's the only way forward. Pretty sure that's it. I've been convinced. So we at the LA podcast, myself and Reg, have now signed up for the Liberal Party. We are now official party members of the Liberals because we really believe in the vision that they're bringing forward. Us, as well as the pleb, has also registered for the Liberal Party. And this is all a plan because we want you, if you are an independent, aren't registered with the federal Conservatives, we want you to register for the Liberals in order to vote in their party election and put a Mark Gerritsen's name for the new leader. That's what we're trying to make happen here. Or just vote for their worst performing candidate on the docket. But what we want you to do is everyone needs to register and vote for their least favorite candidate. This is more of a joke. This was just kind of funny. We need to vote on their least favorite candidate to have an impact on this election, have an impact on them. Because at the end of the day, they have insisted that there's nothing wrong with their process in the Liberal Party. There's no foreign interference going on. No one's trying to manipulate their leadership races. So why not have Canadians who can just sign up for your party have an impact on your leadership race? Maybe, just maybe, we all do this together in big numbers. They finally start closing loopholes that have allowed foreign interference to take place in our country. Maybe, just maybe. So there's going to be a link down in the comments here, or a link down in the show notes. Go register. because you need to be a party member for at least 41 days. And we know that this election is going to happen sometime in March. So register now, get your 41 days under your belt, and let's go vote for these jabronis. Because Kevin Vaughn, independent MP, said it best himself. This is insane. The Liberals say there's no changes coming. And he said people ineligible to legally vote in the election will be allowed to vote for the next Liberal leader and ostensibly Canada's 24th PM. This is outrageous. I thank God that I've never sat a single second in the foreign interference doormat that is the Liberal caucus. The Liberals say there's nothing that they're going to change about their processes. So let's have some fun with them, shall we? Go register right now. Let's go be part of the situation. Let's go have an impact on their leadership races, shall we? There's no issues apparently here, so let's show them. If there's no issues, let's go have some fun then, shall we? That's all I have to say about that. You guys are awesome. Enjoy your Tuesday. I'm out.